Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, the Tuesday after Alan's party. Um, oh, look at that. There, that's for anybody that can't see that picture. So that is a autographed Green Bay Packer football that Alan won in a golf outing yesterday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, look at all those. Nice.
it's
So
Green Bay Give Back is what the name of the charity is.
Green Bay Give Back. I'll have to look at that. So yeah, that'll be awesome. That's sweet. Um, so it was an incredible time this past weekend. I owe Alan, I don't know how many thanks and gratitude because it was just the weather was perfect. It got a little windy. It rained for like 2 minutes and and then cleared up. The band was awesome. Even though they did not play my request. And so I requested Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash. And I might have actually got on the microphone and sung. So um, it would have been awesome. At least in my head, it would have been awesome.
See that,
Sweet.
Brian?
Sweet. Yeah. Green Bay Packers Give Back.
That's the charity.
Awesome.
I
So
guarantee you ain't gonna get this at Green Bay. You gotta go to Detroit and get it.
yeah, where they're giving away.
I can't even. Oh, he wasn't giving away. I was in a battle with somebody to get that one in the auction.
I
So,
bet he was from Wisconsin, so there you go.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. You never would. I mean, can you imagine getting the Lions and get them to do it? But it's all got the original signatures with, Rogers and everybody. So it's cool.
Sweet, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is
So, Brian, let's go ahead and bring up Raytheon.
okay.
So, and can you bring it up on the 5-minute app?
Follow the money free.
So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up on my phone, because I want to show you something. So you can't see my screen, right?
Not yet, but I can switch over to you. Um, Let me see if I can do this.
Can you switch to my screen?
Stop sharing. Um, yeah, you should be able to share now. I might have to make you the host.
Well, let me go ahead and just tell the audience how I play the 5-minute app. So when I bought Raytheon, I put a tight stop on it. So we already have a group of people following me where I'm giving the trade. I only gave 2 trades today, and I cashed it for over 7,500. Now, basically, what that means is that I did over 5,000 profit, but it cost some money to get into the trade. And so, what the deal is that if you could go ahead and write down these numbers so you could tell the people, the 5-minute low is 82.84. The 5-minute high is 86.47. Now, if you
Yep.
could put those numbers up. So
Yeah.
what we're doing is that we're getting into the trade, and then if it breaks 82.84, we add to our position. So what it is that you had the green light to go all in, and then your stop would have been 82.84. Now, to me, the news was not bad news. I mean, it was bullshit news about Whitney.
Yeah,
Um,
Pratt&Whitney.
yeah, yeah, Pratt&Whitney, and it was bullshit news, and I don't think it should have affected Raytheon. Plus, when Raytheon gave its earnings, because of Ukraine, they went ahead and were way higher on their earnings than they thought they were going to be. So why I say that is because what the deal is that the news was bullshit, and that I knew it was going to bounce.
Right. Yeah. Because they were down 15% at the open. They got hit very badly. And actually, I think they closed above their
5 minute
5 minute
high.
high. Yeah. So I think they closed
They're-
actually on the higher end. I think actually they closed close to the high of the day.
Yeah, they closed at 87.01.
And for those of you that saw Alan's original post and then my comment in regards to, so Alan, I think you were in the 85 and 89 calls.
Well, I was actually in two calls. I was in the 85, um, the 85 weekly calls, and I was in the 89 next week calls.
Oh,
When I purchased, I did the 10 o'clock. Remember, the 10 o'clock is where we always have a reversal. So what it is that we set our stops at 10 o'clock and wanted to make sure to see if it was going to go our direction. Remember, at 10 o'clock, you always got your reversal. It's whatever it's going. If it's going down, it's going to go up. If it's going up, it's going to go down at 10 o'clock. Whatever it is, it does the opposite. So with Raytheon, I bought at 10:01, 10:02. When I purchased Raytheon, it was $81.30. I sold it at almost 87.
yeah, I think that's where I got. So let me,
Now I wanted to get in the week. So I got 6,000 contracts or 60 contracts. I wanted to get in um, all weeklies of this week. But what you got to do is look at the numbers. The numbers weren't there. They wanted too much money for the weeklies. So I bought in the money calls. It might even been 84 calls. I'd have to look, but it's probably 85. And so I posted what I bought to the group. Let me look here. I'll tell you exactly what I bought so you know exactly what I bought. So I bought the 85 calls for last week, and then 89 calls, the 89 for next week. Now,
hmm,
in general, it was probably a poor decision to get out of it. But how I look at it is that if we have a bad day tomorrow, because we're due for a bad day, and it gaps down to like 84, my 89 calls ain't gonna be worth shit. They almost got $1 a contract.
right, exactly, yeah.
And
And
so, I'm like, what the hell?
well, in weeklies, because tomorrow's Wednesday, middle of the week, those weeklies will be punished more than the next week calls if we did drop. Um,
Right.
and I was even one further out. I was in the 90 calls. Um, and an hour before, I was like, I really wanted a triple, which would have been 45. And it did trade up to 45, but I got out at 40. So that's what, 260, I think, percent kind of thing. Um, but you know what? Profit's profit. And at least I can sleep tonight. And like Alan said, who knows what's going to happen overnight? Um, and yeah, this market is quite extended. Um, let me share. I
You're
wanted to
not
share.
seeing my screen at all, though, right?
Right, no. We can get there. But here's
Oh
what.
no, I don't want to get there because I got all my private information on there. uh,
um,
all right,
so
so let me tell you the Raytheon call that I bought. I bought so I bought the 85 calls for $480.
Or 48 or yeah, I mean, were they pricing at 48?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look at my trade, I bought it for $48 a contract. I bought the 85 calls for $48 a contract. And then I bought the 90 calls at 20 cents a contract.
Hmm.
I'm gonna post those online so that they can see my trade. So my original buys today. I mean the one was what yeah, so the one I made 4,000 on, and the other one I made 2,000. So I made 6,000.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna post those, and just even so that they know, I got your screenshot and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it on there.
Yeah, I wonder if I can check my entry. Let's see here. Buy RTX 90 call at 9:25, which would have been 10:25 here. Just as we're coming back up into this 5-minute low.
What's Google doing after hours?
Google's up actually. Let's
Yeah,
see.
see, there's an interesting thing.
Well,
Raytheon is even on the calls and puts.
wow. I
That's
think,
not a good sign.
yeah, and I think when I looked at Google at the end of the day, calls were leading puts, but it wasn't 2-1. It wasn't 2-1, I don't think. I don't think it was, it was less than twice the amount. And actually,
That's huge.
Google's kind of pulling back now. This 132 level, I think, this is a year high. Google hasn't been that high. I don't know what time their earnings call is. Strong performance. Let me see if
Well,
I can.
let's go back to it, Brian, because I'm gonna wrap it up. Because I wanted to concentrate on Raytheon, why I did it. Now, just so you know, can you see my visual or not?
Yeah, let me stop.
Okay. Now, either at 9:45 and 10, I'm going to be looking to buy 130 puts on Google. And I will look to hold those to the end of the week. Now, the thing is
If
that
it pops up, if Google.
it's popped up now. It'll hold. It'll hold it. It'll hold it. There's too many people buy Google.
Yeah, that is true.
So, if you guys don't understand, this is manipulated. Nobody gives a shit what Google's earnings are today. This is like if you got billions and millions of dollars in Google and it's halfway decent, you're going to run this thing up. I mean, look what they did to Raytheon. I mean, come on.
Right.
If I were to bring up Merrill Edge and show you guys, that thing was shorted like you wouldn't believe. This is why in the last hour of trading it went up $2 to $3 because those chicken those chicken guys were afraid to go ahead and get caught, holding the bag. So they went
Right.
ahead and got. They didn't want to hold the shorts overnight. So
Right.
that I never seen a stock go up so much as that Raytheon did in the last hour. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it was only like at $85 at 3 o'clock or whatever, and finished 87. So
Yeah.
what you want to do is you want to be counter. Now, what will happen is Google will 100% go down tomorrow. Period. Now the question is, after they take profits, will it go back up? That we don't know.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, so here's the daily
Well,
3 month.
can you bring up Google on the 3 month chart with the
Yeah.
20 SMA?
So the red line is the 20 SMA. We're
What's
sitting
the time period?
about here. Um, so the 20-day SMA is sitting at 121.46. And we're already up to 130. And like I said, this is over a year high. We were back, oops. What day is this? 6/7, we were at 129.5, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, like, we'll see. It'll gap up and then see where it goes from there. So,
So look to get short on Google tomorrow. You don't know. It might do it right away. It's hard to say.
someone else had asked about Spotify, which sounds like they're having money issues. That ticker is Spot. Also reported yesterday, I believe. Went from a close of 163 down to 140 today. So that's quite extended as well. That might be another one to kind of keep on your radar to see if buyers are going to come into that one. But like we've said, using the 5-minute app, if that breaks the 5-minute low and continues to sell off and doesn't retrace at at let's see 10 o'clock Eastern, if that doesn't reverse and come back up and doesn't break through that 5-minute low, it may continue to sell off. So that might be another stock to put on your radar for tomorrow. Visa,
Sweet. I think we covered a lot of ground.
I think so too. Like, we've seen this before. We've seen this with RTX. We're going to see this tomorrow with Google. The day after earnings is when these stocks get the most volatility. Visa reported. Let's see, what are they? I think they were up. Oh no, they're down. What was I looking at? Microsoft? Yeah, Visa's down. So that may be an interesting thing for the market tomorrow. I mean, it's only down less than 1%, but still. So, well, Alan, I'll let you go. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are
Sounds
doing
amazing.
okay. Well, I hope you guys have a great night, a great rest of the week. Watch Spotify, SPOT, watch Visa, watch GOOG, and Microsoft. You can go through this Snap, I think. Um, Snap is down as well. So keep an eye on these earnings lists and then play stocks the day after. So hopefully you guys have a good night. We will talk to you guys later. Bye everyone.